We all want to improve our life and our situation, but the big question is, what are you doing about it? Or another question is, do you want to learn new skills to make money? Aloha everyone, it's Rick here with goodincomestreams.com and the author of Invest Like the Rich. And on this video, we'll be talking about why you should learn new skills to make money. If you are working to improve your situation, or if you have taken steps to learn new skills to make money, then please let me know in the comments below on what steps are those and how it has improved your situation. Also, I want to congratulate you because you are doing a whole lot better than everyone else out there. Now, before we could continue, I would like to ask a favor. If you could just smash that like button and the subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you could hit the notification bell, that would be greatly appreciated. As fear and panic spread throughout the world, it seems easier to just give up. Trying to stay positive and working on improving your situation feels almost impossible. Have you ever heard of the line, the world has changed overnight? Or how about, do you remember being able to hug friends and families out on the street? Well, as the new normal is this whole social distancing thing where we have to stay 6 feet apart from anybody that's not part of our household. And as the new norm is that we're required to wear face masks whenever we step out of the house,
as toilet paper and Lysol sprays are hot commodities.
and we're not allowed to hug anybody, yes, the world has changed overnight, all due to this illness. We start asking ourselves, when will this ever end? And how will I ever recover from this hardship due to this illness? Well, first, we must remember that we can either be a victim and follow everybody else, or we can do something about it. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and do something crazy and put people's life and put your life in danger. But instead, I'm asking you to create an opportunity to improve yourself. And this can be accomplished by learning a new skill to make money. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we all know that the entire world's economy is not doing that well, and a lot of people have lost their jobs overnight. I mean, there are a handful of people out there that are fortunate enough to still have their jobs and be able to work at home. And then there are more that have been able to stay at the job because they've been deemed essential workers. But how about everybody else that has lost their job, that's been laid off temporarily, supposedly? It has gotten to the point where unemployment rate has reached all-time highs and has gotten to Great Depression levels. Now, even if this illness goes away and we start going back to normal, we must face the facts that it will never be the same. Now, as this illness goes away and everything starts to become normal again, we must face the facts that not everything will be the same. So as companies have to make decisions when they open, we have to understand that due to the social distancing thing, they cannot rehire everybody. And because of that, they must make a decision on who to rehire and how many. So we're talking about a fraction of what they have. So say, for example, if one store has 100 employees and they're only going to rehire 30 or even 40 people, so those 40 positions that they have will become more valuable. They're not the only store that's doing that. There are several other stores that are doing the same thing. I'm not sure if you've heard of the line that Robert Kiyosaki likes to always say, that there are really no safe or secure jobs. So what does this mean for everybody else that doesn't make the cut? What type of hardship are we going to be going through as more and more people lose their jobs? Now, instead of looking for a job, what if you made a decision to work for yourself? The thought of being a businessman or working for yourself might seem scary to some. You must think about it. Like, there are a lot of people out there that are freelancers, that are business owners, that are salespersons. Oh, sorry, I know a lot of people don't like to be salespersons. I mean, yes, technically, there are a lot of salespeople out there that work at department stores and all these other places. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about selling high ticket items. And no, I'm not talking about those sleazy car dealership type of salespeople. Instead, I'm talking about, say, for example, a real estate agent. So some of you might be thinking, well, I hate talking to strangers and trying to convince them to buy something from me. Or another one would be like, I don't know how to convince people to purchase something from me. You just hate trying to sell something because it is actually a hard thing to do, and it does take a lot of work. People tend to feel uncomfortable trying to explain something to other people, especially when they are strangers. Well, first of all, we all must understand that every day we are trying to sell ourselves one way or another. So say, for example, you try and apply for that job. Now, you must convince that interviewer of your skills and why they should hire you. So you're selling yourself to that interviewer. You're trying to show them all your good qualities. And then if you do get hired, now you must convince those customers of that company that you work for that you are a fit, that you can service them, that you can take care of them, that you can help them. So we're still selling ourselves, right? Because if not, then you can get fired. And then you must convince your coworkers and your boss, who are constantly testing you every single day, that you do deserve that position, or you do deserve a promotion from that position while you try to stay within that company. So in other words, we are trying to sell ourselves pretty much every single day. Even then, let's just say that everything goes perfect at your job. You are the perfect employee. You do everything. Did you know that you can still be considered for layoff or getting cut from the company if the company decides to downsize? Say, for example, like what we have right now. A lot of people lost their job. And just because you do everything good doesn't mean that you'll be able to stay at that job. So you still got to convince them to keep you. So in other words, you're still continuously trying to sell yourself. Now, let's look at being an independent salesperson. Did you know that an independent salesperson, especially those that do high ticket items, can make 6 figures a year? I've even heard of some that made 7 figures a year. Yeah, I mean, 7 figures is out there, but let's just say you can make 6 figures as a salesperson. And no, that's not working at a convenience store or at a department store. This is actually being an independent salesperson selling high ticket items. Like, say, for example, a real estate agent. Did you know that a real estate agent makes about 3% in commissions for every transaction? That means that whether you're the seller's real estate agent or you're the buyer's real estate agent, you're going to make up to 3% in commissions. Now, of course, there's going to be some deductions to that, like taxes and even some broker fees and all that. And that depends on your level of your experience. So, of course, when you start off, I don't expect to be making 6 figures immediately. However, as time goes by, you can make 6 figures very easily. Let's just say, for example, you sold a home for $250,000. So $250,000 at 3% commission is $7,500. So if you made $7,500 with just one transaction, and you did that just once a month, in 12 months, you're already making about $90,000. Sure, that's not 6 figures, but that's because you only did 12 transactions for the whole year. But what if you hustled and you did 2 transactions every month? Well, you just went from 90,000 to 180,000. Now, of course, that depends on the sales price of the item that you're selling. So if you sold a home for 200,000, then you're going to get significantly less than if you sold a home for 250. But then again, if you sold a home for $300,000, commission will be much higher than $7,500. Some real estate agents that make 7 figures, they're usually selling homes starting in the $1 million to $3 million range. If you're thinking of becoming a real estate agent and because you want to make 6 figures, good. However, expect to work hard. I mean, just like anything else, you're not going to earn great income by just sitting on your behind, right? So if you put in the time and you work hard, I can guarantee you, you will get to at least 6 figures within a few years. Now, being a real estate agent is just one way to work for yourself and make a great income. I truly believe that we all have a decision to make. Whether we choose to play the victim and live in fear because of this illness or whatever circumstances you may have right now, or we choose to turn these things around and use it to our advantage by learning something new and bettering ourselves, getting ourselves educated in order for us to be self-sufficient to support ourselves. And with that, I'm going to be releasing a few more videos in regards to learning new skills to make more money. Now, I hope you're trying to stay safe during these trying times. And I would like to wish you good luck on your endeavors. Now, if you enjoyed this video, could you please smash that like button and the subscribe button? And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so that YouTube will notify you the next time I upload another video. Now, I'd like to say mahalo for watching this video, and remember to always strive for financial independence. And until the next time, aloha!